What's up, everybody? Kevin Oak here. Getting into week 4 of training for the Boss of Bosses meet. Started off with a nice sumo blocks pulls day. Here you go. This is one of my heavier sets, just working up to my top set. But in general, I was feeling a lot better this day. My hips have been getting looser. Mobility has been getting better, which obviously aids in just getting you into a much better sumo position, which obviously will end up with, at the end of the day, more pounds on the bar. So check this out. I also had an interesting situation. I ended up only having one strap. And I didn't really want to use the alternate grip anymore because with sumo, my left arm, the underarm, always ends up my knees start getting caught like in my quad, like in my knee. Then I start kind of pulling with my biceps. So I wanted to keep it with double over. So I actually tried out just using one strap on the left side since the right hand is always the overhand anyway. So it seemed to work out well. It felt better than when I used two straps, I would say. So here I try to work up to a very heavy single, about 804 pounds. As you can see, it seemed like I was just a little tighter this set. My hips started a little higher than they were before, so I couldn't really get that nice vertical line where you're trying to pull the bar up straight. So I missed that, but after this, just dropped the weight down to about 670 pounds to, just a nice back down set, hit some reps, get some work in. Probably have the longest setup in history. So after that, this is just one of my accessory lists, boring ass hamstring curls, but they're actually very important, especially for me, because I am very quad dominant. So this was a random PR that I just felt like throwing in there. It's like 200 pounds for 12 or something like that. No big deal, but never sweat the small stuff is basically what I'm trying to say, throwing this in there. So my next day, and I usually do 3 days. I might hit 4 days this week and bench twice, but usually I'll do 3 days. This day I was doing bench press with a comp grip. I did move my hand out another finger width, which is the maximum width allowable for competition. Basically with hopes of just cutting down that range of motion just a little bit more to make it easier for me and hopefully get more pounds on the bar. So I was working with medium weight, like low to mid 400s, and my best at this point is I did 512 pounds at my last competition. So it's not crazy weight. I was trying to just hit reps around 5 to 6 for about 4 sets just to get some volume in. I think I ended up hitting about 20 reps in my working sets with an average weight of about 440 pounds. So just getting some volume in as well as some technique work. Felt good overall. On my 4th working set, I did just get a little fatigued, and I probably should have hit more reps, but it's all good. This was the 3rd working set right here. 446 for, I think it was 5 reps. Yeah, and here's my last working set. 457. I was definitely a little fatigued or whatever, and kind of just hit a wall, which tends to happen when you get to those moments. So as you can see on the fourth, I probably also got a little out of my groove. And I think I just kind of tucked my elbows a little too much and couldn't push straight back behind me. But here's one of my favorite accessory lists for shoulders. Just because it hits core a little while you're still, really working your shoulders. Just like a one-arm shoulder press. You can usually throw it in I usually just put the other side of the bar into a corner so it's wedged in. And it won't, move away from you. But I'll usually do this for 3 or 4 sets. Usually get pretty heavy as well. Anywhere from, in the beginning, 8 reps, pyramid down to like 3 reps, 4 reps. So here's my third day of the week. Some squats. And I am getting prepared to do the RPS heat wave meet, which will be the second week of July. It's actually the first meet I ever did. So this will be my 2-year anniversary of that. I'll be competing in a 220-pound raw division with no knee wraps. Right now I definitely have my eyes on that squat world record, which is, I think it's 783 pounds. Last week I hit 785, so just starting to diet down. I probably need to be around 245 pounds, just so I can be prepared to do that water cut, get down to 220, and then, back up to my training weight for comp day. But this workout was alright. I didn't get as heavy as I did last week. It's really just trying to hit more reps. I worked up to, I think it was 705, 320 kilograms for max reps. My hips definitely felt looser. Depth felt a little better. Definitely was working on sitting back more and more each week and getting used to that. I was able to widen my stance a little more again, as well as bring the bar down a little lower on my traps, which is still high bar, but I'm just working it down little by little. And it definitely feels a lot better. Definitely looks a lot cleaner. So every week just progressing and getting better. So after this, I actually did these Smith machine squats I like to do with a very close stance, where you're basically going all the way down to the ground. It basically just kills your quads. It's kind of like a standing hack squat. But I just want everyone to know that I do still have spots open for my online programming, which would include, just getting out your workouts every week, as well as obviously analyzing any videos or anything of that nature you would need me to look at, and also is getting you ready for competition in terms of weight cuts and in terms of picking the temps and meet day nutrition. So I'll put the information for that in the box